Another episode of DanDanTony Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by the whole cast and crew. We got Dan O'Shea, we got Tony Casper, we got Dan Beebe. Gentlemen, what's up?
Howdy. What up? It's nice to be back with all the boys.
Yeah, it sure is. Tonight is the night before the annual NFL mock draft, or the annual NFL draft, so we're going to do our own mock draft. How does that sound tonight, gents?
Great. Terrifying.
Yeah, it could be for some teams.
Terrifying for who? You're not a Giants fan. We screw it up every year.
Well, you got two chances to make a good pick, so it just is what it is.
Two chances to royally fuck up.
You could royally fuck it up. That is a real possibility. The draft is going to take us a while, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and agree on who we think the team should take. We're going to give ourselves 45 seconds to discuss, and then we pick. Well, if we have to do it vote style, we'll do it vote style. But 45 seconds to discuss, and then we make our pick, okay?
What's our goal here? What they should do or what we think they'll do?
What they should do. We're trying to make the teams better. Even the teams we hate.
Okay, I like it. All right.
Let's just get 45 seconds on the timer. And I'm going to make sure that we are able to hear it go off, but not too terribly loud. So there we go. All right, first up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, and the 45 seconds starts now. I think their biggest need is offensive line. I know that they got a couple of guys shored up, but you have a huge investment. You just paid a wide receiver a huge amount of money. You got two stud running backs. Protect them.
It's hard to disagree with that. I mean, I definitely think that that's probably their biggest need as far as what they need. As far as what they do and best player available, it's going to be tough to see what they do because the argument right now is between two DNs being picked first overall, but this would be a prompt spot for them to take someone like Neal.
All right. Oh, and that's 45 seconds.
I was just going to say, word on the street is that they might even take Walker over the, whatever that is the consensus number one Hutch. So,
yeah.
Real interesting, but I can definitely see and agree taking a lineman to protect what you just invested heavily in.
All right, Dan, you got a quick word?
I think they take Hutchinson.
Okay, so let's vote. We got one for Hutchinson. I say Evan Neal. Tony.
If we're going to do this based on their need, they should go with Neal.
And Dan O'Shea.
I'm gonna go with out of left field when I'm here, Trayvon Walker.
Okay, Evan Neal it is.
Yeah, Neal already won. I just want that perspective.
All right, next up we have the Detroit Lions. All right, they have a lot of team needs. They need a linebacker, wide receiver, corner, defensive tackle, safety, edge, and linebacker listed again. I'm getting these needs from CBS, a CBS article. So let's get 45 seconds on the clock, and we will discuss. Ready, set, and go. Lions defense, I think they need to go defense and quarterback.
Agreed, and I'm assuming Neal is off the board, right? We're actually taking these players that were drafted and taking them off the board, right?
Correct. Evan Neal is off the board.
Okay, then. I'm hearing that they love KT, but if Hutch is on the board, I think they take Hutch.
I think they also take Hutch. I mean, you keep him in the state of Michigan. You're already going to sell jerseys there. You'll get a guy who, in all purposes, should be a defensive leader on the line. If he's still available, you go with the local product who is going to get you a fanfare right away. I think there's no doubt if Hutch is on the board, he goes.
All right.
Yeah, it just makes too much sense.
And Dan Beebe, what are your thoughts?
I think they take Malik Willis.
You think they go Malik Willis at number 2?
Yep.
I mean, it is the Lions. But
I know it would be a terrible use of draft capital, but someone's going to do it. Someone's going to take him way too high.
All right, so Dan Beebe says Malik Willis. I say Aiden Hutchinson.
I say Hutch.
Hutch.
All right, Aiden Hutchinson is now a Detroit Lion. All right, we're going to move on now to number 3. Number 3 is the Houston Texans. Houston Texans team needs linebacker. Sorry, that's Lions. Guard, center, corner, safety, defensive end, linebacker, wide receiver. Okay, now that we got the team needs, let's get 45 seconds on the clock, and we'll go. Honestly, I feel like they've got their quarterback situation figured out. They also need someone to protect the offensive line, protect the quarterback, I mean. They need a couple more weapons. They need a running back. This is where I think Ike Ekwonu goes. I think they take another offensive lineman. I think Ike goes here.
I second that one.
I'm going to say I agree with you, just because they're going to be, it's going to be such a rebuild. You're going to need to protect the quarterback. He's the best player still available at that point, and your O-line is straight garbage right now.
Yeah, for some reason I heard today that they're going to take Stingley here, which would be a massive reach. I tend to agree. They have a lot of needs. Take BPA, and I think that's probably Ikem right here. So, yeah, I think that one might be unanimous.
Okay, so we're going Icky. All right, moving on to number 4, the New York Jets. New York Jets team needs include corner, defensive end, linebacker, wide receiver, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, and linebacker. All right. They have 2 first-round picks. This is the first of the 2, obviously. We're going to put 45 seconds on the clock. And Dan O'Shea, I'm going to let you start this one off because you're the Jets fan. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Dan O'Shea.
All right. Well, I'm also a Ducks fan, so I want them to take on Thibodeau here. It makes too much sense. They need a pass rush. He is, in my opinion, the top or second best DE. So I'm going with KT here.
I can see where Dan's coming from and his fandom. I'm just saying, if he's still on the board at this point, which he is for us, it makes sense for them to take a step and possibly go after Trayvon Walker.
Okay. All right. Dan Beebe, what do you think?
I was seeing things about Trayvon Walker as well. That's where I think I can go.
Okay, Trayvon Walker. So we got Dan Beebe with Trayvon Walker. We've got Tony with Trayvon Walker. We got Dan O'Shea with Kayvon Thibodeau. I think they take Sauce Gardner with the 4th pick. But because we're going majority rules, Trayvon Walker it is. Welcome to the Jets.
I wouldn't hate it. I think we need to edge either way. So
Dan's like, you know what, I'll take that. He's a good edge guy.
Okay.
As long as they take their guy, I'm going to be rooting for him. But if it's one of those things, like if KT, we skip on him and he goes into the NFL and shines, I'll be beside myself.
Yo.
Now we're moving on to the New York Football Giants. Tony, this is your fandom. I'll let you start. Giants needs CBS list as offensive tackle, offensive guard, center, edge, linebacker, safety. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Tony, it's all you. Go.
considering what's here and what's lost at this point in the draft and the way that we're looking at it right now, I'm going Gardner. I'm replacing Bradbury, who walked out the door. I'm getting someone who I believe can be a lockdown corner, and I'm going to shore up that end of my defense, considering he's still on the board at this point.
Okay. Here's what...
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Here's where I want to disagree with you. I think Sauce Gardner's the smart pick if you are looking at corner. Here's where I take Charles Cross, and this is why. You have another pick and 2 picks. That means Gardner or Stingley's going to be there. So if you really want a corner, you need this offensive lineman. Take the next best. If Carolina takes Sauce, Stingley's a great option. If they take Stingley, Sauce is a great option. Get your O-lineman, get your corner. Successful draft. I would go Cross.
Yeah, I could see that. I get where you're coming from. I just don't know that Gardner's going to be there, come back again. But yes, it would be a safety blanket. So I could see where you would possibly think Cross right now, because you've got to get him before somebody else does. So I could be persuaded to vote Cross in this scenario.
All right. Dan Beebe, what are your thoughts?
Sauce Gardner.
Okay, so we got Dan Beebe with Sauce Gardner. Tony, you originally said Sauce. Are you changing it to Cross?
I'm going to stick with my gut instinct. I'm going to go with Gardner.
Okay, Sauce. Dan O'Shea, you said?
I'm keeping it at Sauce.
Okay, and I say Charles Cross, but Sauce is boss. Getting the guy that has never allowed a touchdown in his football career. I get it. Makes sense. That puts the Carolina Panthers on the clock. Panthers need offensive tackle, offensive guard, cornerback, tight end, quarterback, linebacker, and safety. Now, let's put 45 seconds on the clock for the Carolina Panthers, and we're going to go. If they don't take Charles Cross, if he's still available, they're stupid. They're just dumb. This is where Charles Cross gets taken if the Giants don't get him.
I'm inclined to agree with you because they're probably going to go that route. They got to protect somebody, whoever the hell it is they're going to be putting back there, which nobody seems to know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they might take Willis, but if I am them, that's not who I'm taking. I'm not wasting high draft capital on a poor QB class. I will probably go with Cross. They have so many holes to fill, and it's hard to say for sure. But I think that would be definitely a huge upgrade for their line.
All right, and Dan Beebe, what are your thoughts?
Cross.
All right, sounds unanimous. We draft Charles Cross.
Yep.
All right, back to the New York Football Giants. We already went through their team needs, but I will reiterate them. Tackle, guard, center, defensive end, linebacker, safety. All right. Now, I'm not telling you what to do here, Tony, but if you don't say Kayvon Thibodeau's name, I'm going to be shocked. And we're going to go with Tony in 3, 2, 1. Tony, start us off.
Considering he's still on the board, I'm taking Thibodeau. I'm taking him here. I'm going to assure my defense. The offensive lineman you have left, you got to hope for a diamond in the rough or maybe polish some garbage. But you got to take Thibodeau and roll with it at this point, considering where you are. The only other option I could see, but because you just went with secondary, I could see possibility of thinking about Hamilton.
Oh, who? Oh, Kyle Hamilton? Yeah. Yep. He is a safety.
Making your secondary, just trying to build your secondary to be unpassable against.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But you need Rush and Thibodeau being there. The Giants were terrible at getting pressure on quarterbacks. Thibodeau should do that. Injury worries me, but you got to take the risk here.
Okay, so Tony, you're saying Thibodeau.
He's there, absolutely.
All right.
The only other thing I could see would be Jermaine Johnson, because I know he's rising up boards too. So
yep.
Whichever one of those two they like better, let's go with KT.
Did McWanu yet?
Yeah, he was already taken. Texans took him at 3rd overall.